fuck is wrong with you?
Nothing, man. Just have a lot of coffee.
Shit! I drink so much coffee! I'm the one with coffee. What are you doing?
I don't know what to tell you.
Woo! Yeah, that's not gonna work. Hi everyone, welcome to GameGorgon. I'm Def now.
I'm Indigo, and today we're going to be talking about mysterybrand. Freaking mysterybrand.
Alright, here it is. Here's the pre-episode disclaimer. Do not visit this website. They don't deserve any of your attention at all. This video specifically is for people, because I know the age range of our audience. Some of you might have children or like nieces and nephews and stuff. Don't let them go to this website. If you see this website open on any browser, on any computer in your home, take the computer. I know that's very expensive.
Or even if you're in public, like if you're at a library and someone's on it, just push the computer onto the ground.
Huge don't do that disclaimer. Don't mess with other people's stuff. It's not a joke once we tell you to mess with other people's stuff.
All right.
That's terrifying.
So let's go into it. What is mysterybrand? Mysterybrand is a website that allows you to basically create digital loot boxes. So you buy something you buy a digital loot box, and you get to open it and you get one item. And it could range from a Lamborghini all the way down to a USB thumb drive.
Yeah, a 64 megabyte USB thumb drive, retail price of $1.79, real world value of $0.00.
Yeah. And it's such a wide variety, and the prices range from like $4.99 up to like $500 loot boxes that you can open up. And if you get the item and you don't like what you got, you can then turn around and resell it back to the website for, of course, a lower value.
Yeah, and so the idea is that you would sell the item that you got back to the site, and it would be a higher price than you paid for the box, but that's not gonna happen 99.9999999% of the time.
Not only is that not likely to happen, but there is some likelihood that this is very highly scammy.
Surprise, it's me.
Yes, some of the stuff that we're about to tell you is speculation.
And there's a couple reasons why we're talking about it.
Sure.
One is because it's very large, because of a couple of very large YouTubers.
Yes.
Both Ricegum and Jake Paul both did sponsored
Logan
videos.
Paul?
Nope, Jake Paul.
I don't know the difference between them.
The older brother, Jake Paul. The two of them made a video, as well as a bunch of other YouTubers got sponsored, including two Australian gaming YouTubers who faked that they were dying.
Yeah, are we cool with plugging Leon Lush?
Oh, of course, I love that guy.
So there's a video from Leon Lush about these two Australian YouTubers. You should go
like
watch
two
it.
videos.
Because it's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Don't watch their content. Watch Leon Lush's content about them.
Yes.
Mwah.
Finally, it's been 3 whole months of doctors, and we're going to tell you guys exactly what has gone down.
Instant regret.
Oh man, I don't even, it's so
dense.
It's so dense, I'm not like 100% sure like where to start. Like we've explained how the site works. We explained who's selling the site.
I know where to go next.
Go.
So there were a lot of screenshots taken of a certain page on the site that showed statistics of the things that you could win and like what the chances are of winning any given thing. You can also make your own custom boxes on the site and set your own chances. And based on the percentages that you set, the site does some math and figures out how much your loot box costs. And then you can also add just a flat fee that you get because you created the box, and it just increases the price of the box.
Yeah.
I don't fully understand that mechanic, nor do I want to, nor should you.
Yeah, it's just basically like, it's a mechanic to get people to share the site more.
Correct.
And so it's like, oh, you could make, 10% of whatever money we make off of this box.
Now, here's the shady part. After all of this drama that started with all of these YouTubers promoting the site, and everybody's like, oh, this is very clearly a scam. They took all those statistics down.
Yes.
So as of now, there's no way to see what you can expect from any given pre-generated loot box.
And I think the key reason why they did that is because someone actually took and remade a box that was already there.
Yeah, a box that had already been pre-generated by the site so that they had given you like a page with its statistics already.
Yeah, so they made a box that was $14.99 that had a Lamborghini in it and all this other stuff. Someone recreated that box and they said, okay, it's going to cost $7,800 and some odd change.
Yes.
Like,
So either they were being very generous with the price of the box or misrepresenting the statistics. Guess which one we think it was?
Yeah, and that's why I believe that's why they pulled the statistics off, because
people were using the tools at their disposal to prove that the advertised statistics weren't real. And so they just took them down.
The other kind of shady thing is that they only use G2A for payment.
Yeah, no. Oh, wait.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you can use,
there's multiple payment options within G2A.
Yes.
But none of them are reputable. Like, Visa Pay isn't in there, PayPal isn't in there, Android Pay isn't in there. Nothing that you would expect. Like, there's one called Skitter or something like that.
It takes Bitcoin.
Yeah, they take Bitcoin, which is like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, you can't look that shady and then be like, by the way, you could pay us in Bitcoin, because I'm like, hey, look, you want an untraceable transaction.
Yeah.
No.
and so they only use G2A, and someone actually went through and looked at their G2A account and saw that there was a bunch of negative reviews on them, and had them linked to other websites. A lot of them, or at least some of them, were very much like CSGO skin sites, which in the gaming world, a lot of you will know about because that was a big, huge scam last year.
Yeah, Stupid Dorito Face had a huge problem with his CSGO site.
Yeah.
And we did a video on it because we hate Stupid Dorito Face. It's just a Stupid Dorito Face.
And we're going to be talking about Phantom Lord XX 9000 something stupid, and the fact that we've gotten an update on his the court information.
His name is just Phantom Lord.
And so, like, that was a whole huge scam where people were getting, like, their money taken from them from there. And in fact, one of the websites that it's supposedly linked to, again, this is speculation. Like, we can't.
It's a tenuous link.
Yeah, and we can't recreate it because their G2A account for all of their reviews has been deleted.
And also, those G2A reviews aren't like reliable sources of information necessarily, but they aren't also inherently false.
So one of the CSGO websites that they were linked to looks almost identical to the way that Mystery Brand looks now.
Which would make sense because those are two completely different niches of people. People that want physical products from a digital loot box and people that want a digital product from a digital loot box in a specific game. Why not just reskin the one site that you already spent time building, redo the back end with different lists of products, and then boop, send it out.
Exactly. It's cheaper on your end to
100%.
recreate that. Yeah, and so there's that. There's the fact of how much money that they're paying people.
Oh, taking a step back, now I get where you're coming from where you don't know where to go
Yeah,
next,
there's
because
so
I'm
much.
bouncing around too.
Yeah.
Back to the YouTube stuff. Logan Paul and Ricegum both won ridiculous prizes.
Bruh, I just got the handbag. Yo, that's a $10,000 handbag. I'm about to sell it. Yo, $10,000. Yo, I'm about to sell it back.
In their videos, and it, maybe they were doing it for, let's say, 5 hours each. Somebody on YouTube recorded the live feed of current winners.
Oh yeah, so we should actually explain that. They're at the top of the website.
Yeah.
There's a live feed of
That
what
shows
people
who won what. And I actually looked, after you told me that happened, I looked at the source of the images. Because normally when you see live feeds like that, a good way to see if it's false is if it loads all of the images and doesn't add any new ones and just keeps using the images that are already there, it's probably not live. But it was adding images constantly. So it might be live. That doesn't prove that it is live.
Sure.
It's just not a common pitfall that scummy people that don't know anything about web design fall into. But the video that was recorded didn't show any like high tier or second highest tier things won.
Yeah, they recorded for
over 4 hours,
Yeah.
which is nuts.
Yeah, and they didn't find any.
And these two YouTubers just happen to win all these grand prizes.
Ricegum won a 10K purse.
$10,000
A
purse?
$10,000 purse.
There's such thing as a $10,000 purse.
And apparently it was like, when the statistics were up, it was a 0.16% chance of winning. And so Ricegum's hella lucky.
Yeah.
Like, and then Logan Paul won an iPhone, And like the other kind of crappy thing is a lot of them all got their products a day or two after like they submitted it.
Some people were saying like 40 days out.
Yeah.
And they hadn't received their product.
40 days. There was one person that had already been a month, and then they were told, "Oh, your stickers are another month out." Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and okay, so we're talking about contracts. The terms of service is almost identical to the CS:GO Live like shady website. The only difference between them is the fact that the mystery brand says that all of this TOS is superseded by the Polish translation.
Yeah, so there's the English version is a translation of the Polish version. And so they're saying if you are reading the English version of this and anything in the Polish version contradicts the English version, the Polish version supersedes it. Which I'm just like, that's probably a normal legal thing.
Yes.
I'm not a lawyer. Probably normal.
Yes.
But also, it seems like a really great layer of scum. Like, if you were gonna be scummy, that seems like a great place to hide it. The other kind of scummy seeming thing, is that there are tons of posts on Reddit about this, like saying, hey, is this a scam? And if you go through the comments and do a bit of research on the Reddit accounts that are commenting supporting the site, they seem to be very purposeful in nature. As in, they were created very recently and have only commented on this one thing, or they were created a while ago but have only commented on similar types of threads, like on
Other
CSGO gambling things
Yeah.
or just gambling things online in general. It doesn't feel right, and I know that that's like kind of circumstantial, but at the same time, that kind of thing happens a lot on Reddit, and like the Reddit community, I think when they see something that feels really scummy and then they see a comment supporting it, like their instant reaction is like, is this a real person?
Yeah.
And if it is, like if it's really easy to prove, like, oh yeah, they post on like mental health subreddits, like that doesn't have anything to do with this. It's really kind of a lot easier to be like, this is probably a real human.
Yeah.
But if they don't, it's really hard to believe
and
it, you know?
the other the Redditors that look like active community members literally were like, yo, I checked that person's posts out.
Yeah, exactly.
They're only on gambling sites.
Which is
like,
one of the beautiful things about Reddit, is they're so thorough. There's
Yeah.
always a thorough Redditor in every subreddit
Yeah.
who's just like, excuse me, you're not a real human.
the other thing, and the reason why we're kind of talking about this is the correlation between a digital loot box and the fact that there has been such debate within the gaming community whether loot boxes, digital and getting digital goods,
Yep.
are gambling.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think there's any sort of question between you and I whether or not what Mystery Brand is doing is gambling.
It is.
It's 100% gambling. It's not legal in the U.S. because, let me just say, there are a few states that you can online gamble.
Sure.
California is not one of them.
Correct.
And in fact, the majority of the states of the United States, you cannot gamble online, and the few that you can, and then there's a few that allow you to do online betting, like for sports events.
Right.
This, I don't understand how it's legal
Same.
at all. This is giving money for.
If it's legal through a loophole, it needs to be plugged.
100%.
This shouldn't be legal.
Yeah, and I feel that this is almost identical to what is going on in the gaming community, other than the fact that you're not getting a physical item shipped to you.
Yep.
Which
That's the only foot they have to stand on, is 99% of the time, those products that you are winning through those loot boxes cannot be redeemed for money because there's no way to sell them. Now, CSGO is different because they allow you to trade with other people, and that brings up the money thing. Fallout 76, like we mentioned in our Fallout 76 video, is different because they ascribed real world value to their loot box things when they tried to offer their in-game currency as a replacement for real world money. So there's like exceptions to it, but I don't know if like there's some legal reason that those aren't real.
they're skating around very, very thin ice, in my opinion.
At the very least.
And I mean, like, to me, there's no difference. Someone is putting money, usually via a credit card, and so you're not having that physical connection of handing someone money over.
Right? The same as chips.
Yeah, exactly. And then you are turning around and you're getting your endorphins kicking in and really high up when you do the action.
That's why you have to open each thing individually.
Exactly. And then you win or you lose.
Normally you lose.
Exactly. and there's a percentage of your victory and loss, and most of the video games you can't see that, but in gambling world, it's required to have that accessible.
There's a straight up video on YouTube of an Overwatch player wanting a skin really badly for Roadhog, and they are pissed because they didn't get it in a loot box. I think they opened 2 loot boxes and didn't get it, and they were like, you know what, I bet if I buy it, they're like a high level Overwatch player, so they could have bought it the whole time. They had like thousands of gold. So they go and buy the skin, and then they go back and they say, watch, I bet within the first 3 loot boxes I get the skin. The very next loot box they open, they get the skin immediately. And they're just like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, and
you can't do that and tell me that it's not rigged.
Yeah, no, it's 100% rigged, and it's very shady, and I hate all of it.
Yeah.
And that's why we wanted to talk about it. It's really shitty what these YouTubers did, but it's also exactly why people are arguing about and why other countries have made loot boxes illegal, because it is gambling, and for the majority, there's a lot of kids playing, and it's a very addictive thing, and not putting at least warnings and being able to have an age restriction on it is very bullshit. Speaking of bullshit, the last thing we're going to talk about is the responses that we've gotten from these YouTubers. Ricegum made a YouTube video where he basically said, so-and-so did this, so-and-so did this, and so-and-so did this. All these other YouTubers did it. Why is it that I'm the one getting shit?
There's this YouTuber named Reaction Time. He actually has more subscribers than me. I don't know how, because he's not cooler than me. But anyways, he made the same type of video. Like 3 months ago. No one said anything. It wasn't a problem back then. Look. All these guys right here, right? They're in David Dobrik's crew. Whatever. They're influential. Morgs, same exact thing. Literally same thing. 4 months ago. Guava Juice got more subscribers than me. Why is no one talking about this guy? And he makes slime videos. Do you know what that means? No one over the age of 10 is watching slime videos.
Oh, other people did it? Why are we giving him shit for it then? If other people do it, then he can do it too.
You know, I heard that someone got something stolen from them the other day.
Yeah, probably.
So it's okay if I steal, right?
Yeah.
Because other people do it?
Well, it's because, you know, the old saying, anything you can do, I can do better.
It was such
I can be way shit than you.
It was so dumb, and it's not an excuse.
It's a logical fallacy. But the problem is that if his audience is anything like the last name's Paul, the Paul's audience, their audience doesn't understand logical fallacy. They're just like, oh, they said a thing and provided an evidence and therefore true. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter to them what he's saying. If he's saying it's wrong, it's wrong.
It's 100% wrong what he did, and it's wrong for all the other people that did it.
Yep.
And, you know, because they were who they are is why they're getting shit.
Yep.
And I understand that there were other YouTubers that were larger that was doing this, but I think it was because there is kind of a mix of people that are a little bit older that watch their content or look at it and comment on it, versus like some of the other YouTubers who are like, we make gaming videos, oh my god, we're so cool, like, and no one's paying attention to them because they're just utter garbage. And so it's like they're like, oh my god, like this is not okay, and that's why they're getting shit for it. And all of the other YouTubers should as well, and this website should be immediately struck down from the internet.
All right, everybody, before we head off, we wanted to just let you know this video is sponsored by Mystery Brand.
Nope.
That's right.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. Not sponsored by anyone, actually. But we do want you to head down to the comments and let us know what you think of this whole situation. Do you know anybody who has used Mystery Brand before? We would love to talk to you about what the process is like after you make a purchase, because shockingly, we didn't do that. Also, if you hate somebody, Mystery Brand gift cards are available.
No, none of those things. This is the first time, like, in a while that you're, like, usually it's the other way, that you have to know me.
Yep. I just think it's so funny that they have gift cards.
Yeah, no,
don't ever buy anything from them, ever. Like, this is sponsored by the opposite of them. Anyways, head down in the comments, let us know what you think of this whole situation. While you're down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon if you want to get notifications whenever we post new content. And while you're down there, after you're done, come talk to us on Twitter. You can get me at QueueQT.
You can get me on Twitter at IndigoQT, or you can get a hold of both of us at all of the following social medias. We've been GameGorgon. We'll talk to you later.
Bye. Fuck you, Mystery Brand.